Yes, guys, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV for the pre-match pump-up with your host, the Irish Hotspur. If you haven't already, smash that like and that subscribe if it's your first time here. Also, get your thoughts or questions into us with a super chat. It is a great way to support your favorite fan channel. Smash the, if you do want to come on, actually, guys, come just go to the community section and absolutely smash the link. Get on here and enjoy the vibes with me, and let's have a chat about our magical club, Tottenham. I don't bite, you know that. I'm a normal fan, just like everybody else. So do not be shy. Get your ass on here on these shows. It's just a great way for you guys out there to play your part every single game throughout the whole season, and that's what these are all about. At the end of the day, it's all about you guys to come on. And credit to WeAreTottenhamTV for putting on these shows. And they've put me here because we want you guys to have your say. And there are lots of you guys out there who maybe are thinking about coming on. Just don't think about it. Just get on, and I will look after you from there. It's that simple, guys. So just get yourself on here, and let's have a chat. So, right, let's get into it. I mean, today's game is a big one. Top four is in our own hands. After Arsenal slipping up at Palace, I think Vieira does want that Arsenal job. And currently, they are losing to Brighton 1-0. So, and we will be keeping you up to date with the proceedings as we go throughout the game. And they're losing 1-0 at the minute, which is absolutely brilliant. Losing 1-0 to the Seagulls, lost 1-0 or lost 3-0 to the Eagles. I mean, they just probably don't like birds, I would say. But I'm absolutely buzzing. And long may it continue. Arsenal lose today. It just makes our 3 points for us even more crucial today. Now, look, let's a bit about Aston Villa. They are clear of relegation, guys, but they're also highly unlikely to mount a challenge for any kind of European football. So I'm hoping that Steven Gerrard may actually find it difficult to motivate these group of players who are on a poor run of form. I have listened to a lot of podcasts before. I do listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of ex-professionals and stuff like that. And a lot of them do say, you know, come 30 games, 28 games, 30 games, if you kind of just floundering around mid-table with nothing to play for, you're already kind of on your holidays. So I am hoping that's the case today. But then the flip side is Gerrard probably will be saying to some of them, look, we spent big last summer. We're going to go big again this summer. You're playing for your futures. So it'd be interesting to see what sort of Villa turn up. They have lost each of their last 3 matches to West Ham, Arsenal, and Wolves. But it is worth a note that Villa have conceded just 22 goals in 19 games under Gerrard, which is not bad whatsoever. And 1-goal margin defeats to Man City, Liverpool, West Ham, and Arsenal, as well as a draw at Old Trafford, just demonstrates that they make life tough for some of the division's biggest hitters who have found it difficult to break down this stubborn defence. And Gerrard is sure to place the emphasis on a disciplined defensive performance, in my opinion. And we all know against the well-drilled teams, well-drilled, organised outfits, that we have struggled the most. And our 3 fixtures against Southampton, Wolves, Burnley, all yielding 3 defeats, kind of proved that. Now, look, since then, we have gone on a really good run. You know, and we are starting to hit form, and we're in superb form at the minute as well. But it is worth noting that, you know, the Premier League's heaviest of hitters have gone there, and they've only won it by a goal margin. So it's not going to be very easy to break down this Villa team. I think it's going to be a game where we are going to have to be patient, to be honest with you. It's also very important today that we do eliminate the silly set pieces. Like Doherty gave away to West Ham, where the ball was over his head. He didn't really need to put it out. It was just clumsy control. they scored from it. It was the only way they could score against us. The free kick Sonny gave to Newcastle on the edge of the box. And again, Hugo Laurisse should have saved it. But again, it's just silly set pieces that it's the only way opposition seem to be able to score against us lately. And that can't keep continuing. If we give them an early set piece like we gave against Newcastle and they go one up, we're going to struggle to break this team down. They're just going to sit in and they're just going to want the 3 points. And that's it at the end of the day. So we can't afford to give them. But not only that, the other reason why is because you've got the wizard, Philip Coutinho, on the free kicks, probably on the corners as well. So you can't really afford to give them anything because you know they will be good deliveries. You know free kicks in around the box will probably hit the target. And then they also do have an aerial threat. They carry an aerial threat in Tyrone Mings, who scored for England on international break recently, has nicked a couple from corners this season for Villa, and Ollie Watkins as well. So it's the only area of Tottenham's game which I feel needs to be improved on. And it's the only area of our game where we're showing real weakness right now, and that teams can exploit. So we don't want to give them any momentum, and we just need to cut out giving away some of these silly set pieces. Apart from that, I kind of struggle to see how Villa will score, to be honest with you. But we do have to learn from the set pieces. Absolutely huge. But look, guys, that is enough about the opposition. Today is all about us. So let's get into it. What we're all here for, and that is the glorious Tottenham Hotspur. We beat them in the reverse fixture, winning 2-1, which was absolutely beautiful, with Pierre-Emile Busquets opening the scoring. Can he score again today? That might be one for all you guys out there who do like a bet. And Target scored an own goal as well, which did give us that victory. It gave us the 3 points, and that was also off the back of 3 losses, 3 defeats on the bounce as well. But that is a totally different Tottenham team. We come into this game with 3 wins on the bounce. We are looking to make it 4. We have won 5 of our last 6 Premier League fixtures. We're the 3rd most informed team since Antonio Conte has come in, taking 39 points since November, and we're only behind Liverpool and City, who have both took 50. We are scoring as much as Brad Pitt in a nightclub. We have scored 21 goals in our last 6 top flight games, something we last achieved in from between April and September 1965. That just goes to show how on fire we are in front of goal this season. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I am a little bit more nervous heading into this game with Villa. And I'll be honest, I'm probably more nervous now that there's something on the line than what I was when we were being slapped most weeks. So I don't know why that is. I just really want top 4, I suppose. But with Villa not conceding much against Gerrard since he has come in, and because against well-drilled, organised outfits, we have struggled the most. It is going to be a very, very tough game for us. And I just hope we have learned how to deal with this, with breaking down these teams. And the biggest question, I think, going into today's game is, do we have the attacking armory to open up this Villa rearguard? And for me, I think the answer is yes. Like I said, Spurs have scored 21 in their last 6 top flight games. Matt Doherty, he's also popping up from all over. He's popping up with goals, and we're getting goals from all over the pitch. Matt Doherty has been directly involved in 6 Premier League goals in 2022. That's 2 goals and 4 assists. Harry Kane is looking sharp this season. He's on 12 goals, 6 assists in the league. And Sonny, well, he's on 14 goals and 6 assists. And Tottenham have scored at least twice in each of their last 6 Premier League contests. So that shows me that we do have enough firepower to be able to break down any team. Today, I think it'll just be more about being patient if Villa do sit in. With 8 matches to go, though, the club has to take things 1 week at a time from here on out, as there is very little breathing room for us in that race for the top 4. The beauty of the recent results is how I feel like we've deserved them. Previously in the season, I was just delighted to get out of there and take the win. But now we actually feel like we really, really do deserve the results. I think that's the biggest positivity that we can take from it. But then we also have the question now, with 8 games running, who's going to finish Tottenham's top scorer in the Premier League? You've got Sonny with 14, Harry Kane with 12. Now, if I was a betting man, and it goes against my love of Harry Kane, But my head is telling me Son, because Son occupies that position when Harry Kane drops deep. Before under Nuno, nobody was going in and occupying that position. We're always sitting there going, like the big question under Nuno was, well, Harry Kane can't do the build-up play and be in the box at the same time. And what Conte has done is he's brought Son to kind of just run in from middle left in and fill that void. So I would say that Son will probably get more chances. And I would say it more than likely will be Son finishing top scorer this season. And credit to him, credit to the guy beating Harry Kane to top scorer at the club, let alone trying to win a golden boot is tough enough. But somehow this season, he is ahead of Harry Kane, and long may it continue. He's absolutely world class. And then you have Big H. I mean, look, I'm gonna stick with my heart. I do think Big H. I'm gonna say Big H to take it. Look, the guy is the best footballer in world football right now. Name someone that has the hold up ability he does, the passing ability he does, and the finishing that he does. He's absolutely unbelievable, and you cannot count Harry Kane off. He could score a couple today. I know he does like some goals against Aston Villa, just like Sonny does. Harry Kane has scored 7 times in 9 top flight matches against Villa, including 3 in his last 3 appearances at Villa Park as well. So Harry Kane, he does like goals, and hopefully he can get them today. But Sonny also has a good record against Villa. I think it's like 4-4 or something like that. So it's absolutely incredible. Now, guys, of course, make sure you do stay tuned here, because I will be bringing you all the way through to the watch along, and then the boys in studio will be bringing you the watch along and the post-match fan show. I mean, where else would you get it in the world? One channel dedicated to the club you love. Before the game, you can have your say. After the game, you can have your say. And you can also get in the chat and join in on the vibes on the watch along. It's absolutely incredible. Now, it is currently 4:10. Kickoff is an hour and 20 minutes away. So we are going to be slowly building down to that. Lineups will be out at 4:30, and we will get to you as soon as they're out, which I cannot wait. For everyone that does want to know who the referee is and the VAR, the referee is Graham Scott, and in the VAR, it's Gerard Gillet. So make sure you have your yellow and red cards at the ready and dish them out to the referee on the TV if you feel like they have made bad decisions, guys. But look, I think that's enough from me. I think we will start getting on some guests and start seeing what they have to say. And we already have 3 in the background. So look, let's get on the first guest. And our first guest is the main man himself. I'm not sure whether it's his first time on Tottenham TV, but I love the guy. I do know him, and his name is Ribsy. He's from down under. So let's get him on. It just goes to show how far this Spurs fan base is. Ribsy, how are you keeping, my man?
G'day. How are you, mate? Yeah, good.
I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, it's game day, my man. This is what we eat, sleep, and breathe. It's what we live for, especially when we're winning, Ribsy, huh?
That's it. I mean, I'm up, rain, hail, or shine, whether it's 1 a.m. kickoff, fucking, apologies for the language, but whatever time it is. And I'm up watching it, wearing this ridiculous, tragic garb. I'm around. So when we're on a bit of a streak like this, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving, making the chance to get on and watch this and love the fan show, love what you do, and also just all the content here. So I figured I'd just jump on and say g'day today, because it's been a while since I've been on.
Why not? I mean, why not? This is what it's here for, Rusi. It's for the worldwide fans who maybe can't get to the games, and this is what it's for. So you may as well avail of it. You could play your part in the season, and this is what it's all about. But Ribsy, what are your thoughts heading into today's game? Are you confident? Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
Look, I don't think if you're not confident today, you're not a Spurs fan, because, yes, it's going to be tough, but we're coming in, we're in good form. We've got all the players that have been performing well, and they're fit and they're ready to go. There's no reason to think we're not getting 3 points today. And if we don't, it's not the end of the world, thankfully, because the scum keep,
and it's still 1-0 to Brighton, for everybody out there wondering. Yeah. Still 1-0 to Brighton.
We'll see what happens with that match, but I mean, it's not the end of the world if we don't get 3 points here, but it really helps. So if we can slot this away today, this is really just sticking a flag in the dirt and saying we're
Yeah.
here to win and we're getting top four. And you know, and no one mid-season was saying we even had a chance. So being where we're at, it feels good to be a Spurs fan right now.
No, it really does, Ribsy. It really does feel good. And I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. I really wouldn't. I mean, look, Man City go into every single season expecting to win. Now, don't get me wrong, I would like that feeling. But I'm sure they're bored. I'm sure they're bored with
For
how
sure.
they dismantle teams week in, week out. And with Spurs, you kind of always going with that hope, and that's what I love. And then you look at the lower league; they're always going in there trying to avoid relegation. So I mean, the
Yeah.
position Spurs in is probably the best possible club to support in the world. To be honest with you, you're not guaranteed everything, but you're always given that shred
we've
of
got
hope to hold
we've got
on
a
to.
chance. We've got a chance, and it's all you need is that chance, right? Sometimes, and it's funny. You were talking earlier about us riding our luck a bit earlier in the season,
Yeah,
and us really turning that into deserving to win matches later in the
yeah,
season. And if you wanted to talk that, and you were talking City, I mean, it's a perfect example. I mean, the first game of the season, we got very lucky to win that
yeah,
match. I mean, I'm glad we did. It was a brilliant match to watch, but holy crap, we probably didn't deserve to win that match. But we played them in Manchester and we look great.
yeah.
So, and that's the difference as far as I'm concerned from early season to what we're doing now. It's a great example.
100%. And the thing is, like that result, that's one that we earned. You know what I mean? Like the Leicester one, you would say probably a bit of luck. But
Mm,
you look at the City
absolutely.
one, we've earned it. Our result against Liverpool earlier on in the season, we've earned it. And West Ham earned it. Newcastle earned it. So we're on a good run, and we are starting to really earn the victories, which is what I'm really really happy with. But Ribsy, with the lineups coming out in 15 minutes time, it's only right, I suppose, we kind of touch on the lineup. So I mean, do you see any changes today? Maybe outside of Regulon maybe coming back in, or
Yeah.
do you even think Regulon will come back in, or will Conte stick with Doherty at left wing back and Emerson at right wing back?
Well, I mean, judging his performance, I wouldn't mind Doherty playing in the left wing back role. It's
Mm,
just Royale's the issue, right? Uh, I'm not a huge fan. I don't have an issue with him. He's clearly a very enthusiastic player. He wants to be here. He wants to be good.
yeah,
He's not. He's not. That's the problem. So um, I think that Doherty going back on the right side and Reguilon on the left, I think is the sensible choice. But if it ends up being exactly the same as last week, I'm not going to tear my hair out. That I
yeah,
mean, they played great. Who cares? And they people have learned since probably Southampton that you leave Royale alone a bit and give him space because he's not particularly useful when he has the
mm,
football attacking. But knowing that teams are going to do that is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it just means that you know that teams are going to do that. So you design your strategy based on that. So
yeah,
it, it, I think that if it ends up being Royale on the right, I'm not going to, I have faith in Conte that he's going to sort it out, and he's earned that from me
yeah,
because I was I was probably one of the very few people that was a little bit skeptical about Conte when he first came in, and it's not because I wanted Nuno, because of course I didn't. No one did, but I just sort of looked at what we had and looked at how he wanted to play, and
mm,
and looked at our team and went, what are you going to do? Because half of the team that we have can't play the way that you want to play, and the
yeah,
other half can't play at fucking all. So you know, but
yeah.
that was my concern. But at the end, he completely proved me wrong, and I have no idea what I'm talking about at the best of times. So it's just
No, look, Conte's done an absolute fantastic job since he's come in. He really has. He's took us from one of the worst attacking sides in the league, where I mean we couldn't even get a shot on target under Nuno, to now one of the most lethal. 21 goals in 6 games, and it's the first time we've done it dating back all the way to 65. Ribsy. I mean, What has Conte done to be able to turn this team around in such fashion?
Well, I mean, it sounds lame, but the players play for Conte. They play for him. Um,
Mm,
there was a handful of players that played for Jose. They did, but the other players wanted him dead. So they had no interest at all in playing for him. But with
mm,
Conte, he's got the players that want to play for him, and he's got the rest of them, and he sent them to Siberia or wherever. Like the ones that he couldn't sell, they're gone. They're on loan somewhere else. And
yeah,
he's only got the people there that want to play football. They want to play Conte football, and for better or for worse, I mean, you can't argue with the results, right? I mean, it's working. Whether it works forever is another question, but
mm.
I don't think any manager works forever, do they? I mean, you look at the
Roy Hodgson, he seems to be working
yeah,
forever now.
sure.
So
There's
he
a few
does.
examples. Yeah.
No, but look, 100%. I couldn't agree more, my man. Could not agree more. But Ribsy, outside of maybe potential regular or session coming back in at left wing back, think there will be any change or the changes to the start lineup today?
Oh, I mean, if Skip was healthy, I would have liked to see him come back and see, like, because a lot of people have been, um, up and down on Højbjerg's performances, and it would be good to see someone else play there and just see whether he is playing well or bad,
Mm,
based on just another comparison point. But he's not ready to go, and obviously, I don't know what the big secret is, but none of us seem to know exactly what's wrong with him and why it's taking so long to get him back on the park.
mm.
But we're lucky that we're not really missing him, despite the fact that we've given away, um, half of our midfielders out to loans.
Yeah,
We're still playing fine without the other guy that's supposed to be one of our regulars. So
yeah,
he would have been
yeah.
nice to
Look,
see him back.
with Skip, I mean, it's just unfortunate. He was out with a groin injury. Now he's out with a pelvic issue. And I know they're trying to get him back before the end of the season. I mean, I think everyone has seen Conte's quotes, about
Hmm.
it, where he's kind of pushing them to come back, pushing on Skip to kind of come back. Um, Look,
Well, I
it's
mean, he
just
broke he
unfortunate.
broke his leg at Norwich, right? And it feels like he wasn't. Was that what happened to him at the end of the season at Norwich before he came back?
No, I don't think he broke his leg. No,
Oh, okay. Well, thank God.
maybe
But
he did. To be honest with you, but look, for me, I just think it would be interesting to see how Skip would get on in beside Bentancur.
yeah,
To be
I'd just
honest
like
with
to
you,
see it. It seems like everyone was so hot on him early in the season, and then you haven't heard anything out of him, anything out of people since that January transfer window, which
yeah.
is whatever.
No, spot on. And Ribsy, I mean, who do you think is going to finish top scorer for the club this season? And I'm talking about Premier League goals, because if it's all round goals from all the competitions, Harry Kane is ahead. But if you're talking just in terms of Premier League, which is what we kind of really count, who do you think is going to finish top scorer? Kane's on 12, Son's on 14.
Um, Look, it's difficult to say, but I'm a massive Harry Kane fan. It's not that I don't like Son. I think
Bigger than
Son's a
me.
fantastic player. I think that Harry is going to get 20 goals. Whether Son manages that as well, it's possible. If they both get 20, I'll be very happy. So
Yeah,
let's put it that way. But
for
I think
sure.
that I think that Harry Kane is going to find a way to get 20 Premier League goals, before the end of the season, because he's just like that. He likes. He's a winner.
Look, it's not going to be easy, because he has dropped more into the chief creator role, and it's kind of it kind of limits the amount of chances he's going to get per game compared to probably what he used to get. So look, it's going to be difficult, but
Sure.
look, I never ever back against Big H to find a way. Isn't that right, Rivsy?
That's right. Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, the guy's just a natural, and he's just a born winner, right? If he has to score 20, he'll be there and he'll get them. And if Son gets ahead of him, I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to be unhappy. And I'm sure you're the same. You're just going to be
Yeah,
like thrilled that Son
opposite.
beat him. Good on him. It's not
Yeah,
it's not a
no,
bad
look,
thing.
to me, look, I love both players. Obviously, it's no secret I do love Big H that
Yeah.
bit more. But if Son finished ahead of him, I'd still be absolutely buzzing, because it's great for a guy that, you know, when you think about, you're sitting at a club, you know you're world class, but you have Harry Kane ahead of you in the goal scoring all the time. And for him to be able to finally come out from underneath that and get there, for me, I think it'll probably push him on to a new level next season, to be honest with you. I think he'll finally be like, you know what? I finally arrived. I've shown that I can do it. And I want to do it again next year. I now want to be the main man at Tottenham. And I'd rather him be the main man at Tottenham through good performances and scoring goals than us selling Harry Kane. So,
Yeah.
you know, for me, if he does get there, I'd be absolutely ecstatic for him, for sure. I really would be. But Ribsy, one player I do want to touch on that maybe he's probably finding himself a bit unlucky of late to not find him in the lineup. But Steven Bergwijn is knocking on the door, and after scoring from the bench against the Magpies on the back of a hugely impressive international break, how close is he to breaking into this team?
Oh man, I mean, he was close until we bought Decky, right? And then
Yeah,
Decky come in, and Decky's just been. I don't think anybody would truly say how wonderful he would just slot straight into the lineup. And I mean, look at it this way: like Nuno, one of the big things that really lost him his job was subbing Lucas at a time when everyone was saying Lucas is the guy that's on the field. He really cares about the team. He
yeah,
cares about what's happening. And you take him off and put on someone else. No, you don't know what's happening. You're going to lose your job.
yeah,
And now Conte's not even playing the bloke at all, and he's playing Decky instead. And Decky looks like a genius on the field. Anyone who said he looked a bit slow, what they were saying was, I wanted Diaz instead. And that's fine. Like, Diaz is a good player. I
yeah,
think that we could have done a lot of good stuff with him as well. But Kulusevski, man, he doesn't need speed. He's got a brain. He's got a football brain. I love the player. I think he's a brilliant player. And I think I've gone off track from what you asked me.
no.
But my point is
Look, just to touch on Kulu,
it's
along with your Ribsy. Look, you can tag me in, man. We can tag team this. Look, with Kulu though, for me, Ribsy, I think. Look, if you think back to the start of the window, so many fans are asking questions why we didn't go for Coutinho. You know, so many fans were asking questions. What was the other player, Diaz, even though he didn't want to come to Tottenham? But you look, and then we were supposed to have signed 2 rejects. But look at Kulu. He's done
yeah.
more at Tottenham than what Diaz has done at Liverpool. And he's also done more at Tottenham than what Coutinho has done at Aston Villa. You know, so I think you look back on it, I think he really did get the January transfer window right, in my opinion. And I've just got some good news. Brighton have gone 2 up according to KVP
They have,
in the
yeah.
back end.
I was trying not to react and shout over
Come
what you were
on.
saying,
No,
but
let's
yeah.
react, Ribsy. Fuck them. Absolutely delighted. Scum losing 2-0. They also got a goal
It's
disallowed.
a top
Right.
goal too. It's a top goal.
Oh, absolutely buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing. I mean, they're falling apart more than what an apple crumble does, Ribsy. It's absolutely delicious. You know, top 4, they can wave goodbye to it. In fact, give it another week or 2. They won't even be able to smell it. I cannot wait. Put St. Tottenham's Day back on the shelf for at least another couple of years. Come on, Brighton. Absolutely buzzing. I am bloody buzzing. But Ribsy, my man, absolutely brilliant chat with you. I've really enjoyed it. Please make sure you come on and do more of this pre-match bump up. Represent the people from down under. Brilliant conversation with you, my man. I mean,
For sure.
what's your score prediction? And give me a big loud, come on, you Spurs.
Villa, it's tough to score against. So I think we're going 2-1. I
Yeah,
think Harry and Son will both get a goal because, that's a really creative and interesting choice of goal scorers because obviously, those two never score.
yeah.
But look, I think we'll go 2-1. I think that if you want to put a bet on, you go both of those as goal scorers, and you get Romero for a yellow card, and you get us up at the half. And I think you're going to go pretty well.
Love it.
Apart from that, come on, you Spurs!
Come on, Ribsy. I want more energy. Come on, Arsenal losing, United lost. Tottenham are playing tonight. Give me it louder, more energy. Show me your passion. You've got so much
It's
Tottenham gear
1:30
on there. I
a.m.,
want you
man.
to be louder.
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love that. Ribsy, you kick back, light up that barbecue, get the
I'm
beers
going to
out.
fall asleep on my couch.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said I'm going to fall asleep on the couch. Like, no,
No, you
I'll get
won't,
the
lad.
beers out.
You won't. I'll have the intro music on really loud again to wake you up, my man. But
It
Ribsy,
helps.
please go and enjoy that game, brother. And thank you so much for coming on. Really enjoyed it.
Good on you,
Big
lads.
up, Ribsy. Everybody, give the guy some love in the comments. I mean, bit nervous coming on, but I think you can agree with me. The guy absolutely smashed it, just like Brighton are smashing the Gooners right now, which is absolutely brilliant. It is who has scored? It was Mwepu, or whatever you want to call him, and Trossard. So that makes it 2-0. And United losing earlier on today. I mean, honestly, the Premier League table is starting to look like a promise on a Valentine's card from the missus. It looks good. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. But guys, I am going to get you up some team news just quickly before we start bringing on the next guest. Is it out? It's got to be out. And it is out. The lineups are out, guys. So we have Hugo Laurisse in goals, retains his place. Emerson Royale stays at right wing back with Romero, Dyer and Davies forming the back three. In fact, save some energy, Dave. It's an unchanged lineup from last week against the Magpies. Doherty at left wing back, Højbjerg, Bentancur in midfield, Ben Checkers and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Then we've got gimme a ginger from Sweden on the right. Then we've got, he's one of our own, Mr. H, up front. And then we've got the one and only, the GOAT, Sonny, up top as well. Playing on more or less the left-hand side. On the bench, we've got Galini, who probably will be sent back to Atlanta. We've got Sergi Reguilon. He is back, along with Ryan Sessegnon on the bench. We also have Sanchez, Winks, White, Bergwijn, and Lucas and Joe Rodon on the bench as well. So there you have it. There's lineups one more time. We've got Hugo Laurisse in goals. We've got the King Royale at right back. We've got, the guy who just loves, just abusing people. That is Romero. We've got Eric Van Dyer, and we've got Ben Davies as the back three. We have got Matt Dohertinho, at left wing back. What was the song I sang last week? It was absolutely brilliant. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Ben Checkers in the midfield with Kulu, Son, and Kane up top. Absolutely buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing. But look, let's bring on the next guest. Let's keep this going. I mean, it's just ramping up from here. United lost. Arsenal 2-0 down at home in the library, may I add. I mean, please tell me life isn't good right now. I mean, it's bloody good. We should be smoking on cigars, eating the finest of food, drinking the finest of drink. Life is bloody good. But speaking of life is good, we're going to bring on a guy who, he always seems to have a smile on his face, and let's get him on. It is Kyle Patrick Vineyard. My man, how you keeping, brother?
I'm good.
Oh, you're on mute. I'll take you off mute. How you keeping, man?
I'm good.
You enjoying the Premier League today, Kyle?
Yeah, I am. And the Scum are losing 2-0 to Brighton. So, that's good for us. And Man United lost. So that's brilliant. But Chelsea are battering Southampton.
Yeah, look, screw Chelsea, Kyle. I mean, look, third is going to be a bit of a stretch. But Wreck-It Ralph and the hair that can't be moved, both losing today. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? It really does help our top four hopes.
Yeah,
But Kyle, off the back of them two losing, it puts pressure on us going into our game. Now, I wouldn't take it as pressure from me. I actually think it would take pressure off us. But we know how Tottenham can be at times, Kyle. Do you think they will react to this pressure and that they'll actually thrive off the back of it? Or do you think that Arsenal and United losing, they might actually feel the pressure more?
Yeah, I think they'll probably feel the pressure more, because with them losing, then that gives us the chance to finish top four, which we're obviously going to finish anyway, because, them two can stay by the top four for the next 10 to 15 years. They can say goodbye to top four. Kiss top four goodbye. Go in the Conference League. and get eliminated, then you won't have Europe for another season. Like, yeah. So say goodbye to top four, you two, and like the lineup.
I mean, Kyle, when they usually have no trophies to lift at the end of the season, they usually bring out Saint Tottenham's Day and have a parade for that. I mean, they have to shout that this year too.
Yeah, they have to, like, they haven't done that since 2014 when they beat us. Thanks to that scumbag Thomas Waziski's done that. But where is he now? Oh, that's right. He's not in England anymore. He's gone back to Czech Republic. So, yeah, where is he now? And so, yeah, St. Tottenham's Day is going to be cancelled again when they come to our house. We're going to give them the big battering they deserve. And, yeah, so why are people saying Ben White's ahead of Romero? Like, look what happened to Ben White against Watford. He got done over by Sissoko, who has actually loved the goal against them. So, but today, it's all about the Spurs and Villa. I know they're not on a good form. Like, yeah, I know they've got Coutinho, who's probably take good free kicks and corners, but yeah, Gerrard will probably have to look out for gimme
Yeah, ginger from Sweden. He's number 21 and he plays on the wing.
Yeah.
Give me a ginger from Sweden. Come on, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Ben Tekkers as well. Wait, who's that in the background?
Nobody, lad. Nobody's in the background.
And yeah, so I'm going for 5-0. I know we won 5-1 last week, but I want a clean sheet, so I'm going 5-0, and I want 3 of our defenders to score again. Ben Davies, Doherty, Emerson Royale, but he's not going to score. Royale, he already scored, so let's go for Romero again. Let's go for Romero. Scored away at Brighton. He's scoring again today. He likes to abuse everyone. So, yeah, everyone needs to look out for him because...
you can guarantee he was sitting in a dark room last night with nothing else on but a light over the picture of Coutinho, and he was just sitting there in the chair just staring at it for about 6 hours, sizing him up. I'd say he's going to absolutely maul him within the first chance he gets. Guarantee you.
Yeah, so, yeah, Romero's going to score again. He already did against Brighton a few weeks ago, so, yeah, why not? Score again. But we'll find out who is the other defender. But Dyer, maybe? Eric Van Dyer. So,
look,
yeah,
this guy, I think he's the only one out of the back line that hasn't scored this season, if I'm correct, I really would actually like to see Eric Van Dyer start, to be honest with you, my man. I really would. But look, do you think Conte will have all these Italian stallions fired up, ready to run riot all over Villa Park?
Yeah, and he's going to release them hounds today.
He's going to release the hounds. Who let the hounds out? Come on, Kyle. Who let the hounds out?
Conte did. And yeah, he's going to release them hounds today. He's going to tell the players straight, don't sit back, don't let them come to us. Just go past them and score every goal. As you said, Kane has got to have a good record against Villa, and why not Pierre-Emile Højbjerg score again, like he did in a reverse fixture? So Højbjerg, yeah, let's see him score again. He's gonna score again, let's hope. But yeah, let's give him
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. It's a good name for him, isn't it, Kyle?
Yeah, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Yeah. So let's destroy the villains. That's their name. The villains. Let's destroy these lot because they beat us at our new stadium last season, but we got revenge this time. But let's do the double over these lot, and then they can say goodbye to, if they're going to try and qualify for Europe, which I don't think is going to happen. They're just down the relegation places. But yeah, let's batter these lot. Then Wallen, Brighton, then Brentford, then whoever next, then Liverpool, then Arsenal. So yeah. We've still got to play Leicester at home, but I don't know when that is. Then Norwich is the last game. But yeah,
well, we've got Leicester, Liverpool, and Arsenal all back to back. That's going to be a tricky fixture list. I mean, them 3 games will take a lot out of the squad in terms of energy and stuff like that. So it is definitely going to be tough, 100%, my man. Them run a three, and that's why it's important we win today. We win against Brighton, and we do it against Brentford as well, man.
Yeah, Brentford again. Like, we beat Brentford earlier in the season when I went to the game and saw We Are Tottenham TV there. Like, and let's hope Son can do that Spider-Man celebration or the one he does with his fingers. Like, let's hope he can do any celebration. And yeah, let's batter these lot. Then the next two are Brighton, Brentford. So let's batter these lot today. 5-0, and then So
Kyle, just quickly, my man. What's your thoughts on the starting lineups? No changes whatsoever. Dartinho still at left wing back. Are you happy with that? Look, while he's playing at left wing back, Kyle, we can call him the Irish Roberto Carlos. Do you like that?
Yeah, the Irish Roberto Carlos, not the Irish Cafu, but the Irish Roberto Carlos, Irish Cafu, and the other one you just said. But yeah, he's now hit a good run of form. I know, like I said before, we said we should have sold him in January, but this man's on fire.
Yeah.
And
six goal involvement since the turn of 2022. 2 goals, 4 assists. I mean, honestly, they're going to have to call the fire brigade and have them around the pitch to pull him out, my man. He is absolutely on fire.
Yeah. So let's hope he can do it again today. And Villa, Gerrard, look out for the Irish Roberto Carlos, wherever you said, and he's coming for you. And Coutinho, we were after you before, but you decided to go and join a relegation club. So, cry all you want, but we're going to bat you. And you might as well just go back to the Championship without your main man Grealish. So, say goodbye to everything, and we're going to bat you today. 5-0.
What's your score prediction?
5-0.
5-0. Who's going to score? Who's going to bring home the goals, my man? Who's bringing home the bacon?
Who's going to bring them on? Ben Davis. Who else was there?
You keep Harry out very happy.
Yeah, Ben Davis, Doherty, Sonny, Pierre-Emile Busquets, and Harry Class A Cocaine. You know the rest. They're the goal scorers. And 5-0. And come on, you Spurs. In Conte we trust. Who let the hounds out? Conte did.
And Kyle,
Levy,
we're going to add a new one onto it this week. We're going to add a new line to finish this week. Arsenal get battered everywhere they go.
You can say goodbye to top 4 Arsenal because you're always in our shadow, and you can fuck off back to Woolwich. North London is ours. You're from South London, kid. So stay where you are. You don't belong over here. You belong over there. So stay where you are because you might as well finish 10th. Come on, you Spurs.
Kyle, a breath of fresh air, never ever change. Always keep that good energy and that smile, and we'll see you again soon.
I'm going to get the beers out.
Get the beers out, my man. Get them flowing. Do you know what you do for your first couple? Open them up like Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby. Crash them together and then just go for it, Kyle. Absolutely love it. Big yourself up, and we'll see you again very soon, my man.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. There you have it, guys. The great KVP. But look, we keep moving. Spurs fans are absolutely buzzing today. They want to come on. They want to speak to Big Dave, and they also want to speak to Big Dave about Big H. That's what life is about, baby. But let's get on the next guest. Usually we should keep it PC, but we're not going to. Let's get him on. It is Dan, THFC. Danny boy, how you keeping, my man?
Dying of laughter with the Arsenal game.
Oh, it's sweet, isn't it, Danny? I mean, come on, lad. It was only a few weeks ago we had no hope.
We're gonna be here next year.
That's for saying arseholes day. Every day we finish above them, we whip out the trophy, Dan, for saying arseholes day. And United losing today as well. I mean, we win today. It's got to be ours, surely.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised with the Everton result. And even more surprised that Everton bought 2 center midfielders and they're not playing any of them. Especially Dele Alli. He's just on the bench having a laugh with the person next to him. But still, I'm buzzing with the 2 results today. And hopefully we can get a result and it'll be the perfect weekend.
Oh, it really would. It really would. I mean, it just the results today. If we win today, I mean, Spurs fans are going to be unbearable for next week. Well, I am
Oh,
anyway. I'm going to make sure I stick it to every rival fan. But Dan, before we talk about anything else, I mean, the starting lineup: Doherty still at left wing back. No changes from the 5-1 win at the Magpies. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, brother?
yeah, I was one of the first ones to suggest starting Doherty in the Leeds game. And I actually came on the pre-match pump up, and I said maybe he'll get a goal, maybe he'll get an assist, and he actually got both. So I think, why would Conte change it? It worked perfectly
Yeah,
against Newcastle. Obviously, Emerson Royale is. I think we need to improve him in the summer. We need to buy fullbacks this summer. But you got to play the cards that you have, and I think Emerson Royale is going to play because of the performance he had against Newcastle. So there's no reason to change it. Don't break something. No, don't fix something that's not broken.
yeah. No, absolutely spot on, lad. Absolutely spot on. And look, Dan, one player I do wanna ask somebody a question on, anyways, is Hugo Laurisse. Now, look, he made that error versus Newcastle, and I actually think we have seen more mistakes out of him this year than any other year. But he's still one of the division's best shot stoppers when on form. And look, maybe some Spurs fans are starting to question: is he maybe past it? Should he still be number one? Should we be getting someone in to fight him for number one as early as next season, even though he's got a 2-year contract? I mean, for you, Dan, what do you think Hugo Lloris has to do to be able to prove to Spurs fans that he's not past it and he will be number one next season?
He needs to make those crucial saves that he should be making. Like
Mm,
the game against Newcastle, he didn't make a single save the whole game. So that save that he should have made on the free kick, that one mistake, that one thing that he had to do, he didn't do it correctly. So the
yeah,
the simple things is what Hugo Lloris has to do. The things that we know and love him for, the things that he's done throughout the years of being at this club, and the things I love him for, and the things that all Spurs fans love him for, and that is being Hugo Lloris, stopping those shots that you'd never think that he'd stop, like the Manchester City shot that he stopped out of nowhere after making a mistake for the first goal. He needs to continue doing those saves, and his poor form will go away if he does that.
no, 100%, Dan. And look, I really do hope he picks up form because this guy's been an unbelievable servant. He's what here 9 years and a bit now. This summer, which will be pushing 10 years, and I think
Yeah,
he's been an absolute unbelievable servant. And I really do hope that he can kind of turn it around because when I look at him, he does look slightly off. Just when you look at him, he doesn't look 100% there. And I just do hope that Hugo is okay. But I
yeah.
mean, Dan, let's maybe move into the defense a little here, my man. And look, one question I do want to ask you is with Romero right there and Ben Davies, Spurs have won 5 of the last 6 when all those have been fit and available. Not many people talk about the back three as the front three, the midfield, and the wing backs have been getting all the plaudits of late for our attacking play, and rightly so. But rightly so. But the last 3 matches, we have kept our opponents to a 0.7 expected goals, and that is very, very good. How much of our form is actually down to the back three?
I think most of it, because last game against Newcastle, Romero was absolutely unbelievable.
Hmm.
Eric Dyer's been very good, and Ben Davis has been solid at the back. He's been reliable, and that's what we needed from him. Obviously, I don't want to see next season going into next season and Ben Davis still being in the lineup. I want us to get a new center back, maybe even 2 if we're lucky,
Hmm.
and Levy digs into his pockets. But I think for now, as I said before, you got to play with your cards. I don't want to see. Well, I obviously, as I always say, before the games, I always want every Spurs player to do their best. If Davinson Sanchez is get a start for an injury, I want him to do his best. But right now, I think all those 3 should be starting, and what they've been doing these last few games has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. They've been defending as a unit, so that's the reason we have conceded very few goals, and I'm very happy with them being at the back. Also, our attack has been phenomenal. All around, our team has been very good, and I think it just comes down to Conte and his organization of the team.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. It definitely does. And then you're speaking about the organisation and you're speaking about the team. I mean, what has Conte done to be able to transform this team from one of the worst attacking teams in the league to now the one of the best?
I think he's put it into their mind that they are good enough. And Conte has said over the last 2 games and press conferences that he's seen it click. In the beginning of the season, yeah, we were winning games, but as you said, they were not convincingly. And now we're beating teams by more than 3 goals. That's what we have that Arsenal doesn't have at the moment. We're actually beating teams by a lot of goals. They're just beating them by 1 or 2 goals. So that is something that Conte has done. Also, the plays that he's been working out. With the Manchester City game, that ball that Harry Kane played into Heung-min Son for the first goal, they said in a press conference after that they've been working that play all week in training. And you also see it when we have a week of rest. We always win when we have a whole week to rest and a whole week to train on plays to create. I think that's another thing that Conte has done. The organization of the players' positioning has been phenomenal as well. And I think all around the mentality has changed. I'm not sure if the Spursy mentality is completely gone. I hope so, but yeah.
No. Sorry, finish what you're saying, then I'll ask the question. Sorry, that's rude of me, lad.
No problem. I was gonna say that I 100% right now at a switch of a light would be willing to get rid of that word out of my dictionary, Spursy. I just want to know if the players are ready to do that as well. So.
And what I want to ask you on that Spursy tag is, does getting rid of that start with the fans or does it start with the players?
It starts with the performances. Because if we start seeing those performances like Burnley, like we beat Manchester City and in the next 3 days we lose to Burnley 1-0. That is like the definition of Spursy. But the thing is that it's not only us. It's not only us. If we're going to say Spursy, then we must just say arsony or gunnery. All those terms for all those other teams because they always bottle it as well, and nobody ever brings that up. Manchester United, I don't know, something like that as well for them, for those clubs. But look, if the players are ready to move on from that name tag, 100%, I'll take that word out of my dictionary.
Oh, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Well, look, Dan, who do you think will end up finishing top scorer this season? Will it be Kane or will it be Son?
I honestly think that they'll score a lot of goals and combine for a lot of those goals. But I think Harry Kane is he's brought a new level to his game, which is passing. And I think Heung-min Son is still that finisher that we always knew. So I think Heung-min Son will finish top of the goal scoring charts. Also, I love Heung-min Son. He's my favorite Spurs player at the moment. But I think Heung-min Son will finish top goal scorer.
Yeah, he's been absolutely unbelievable this season. He's been absolutely awesome. And from the start of the season as well, he's been absolutely quality. But look, Dan, what is your score prediction? And give me a big come on, you Spurs, and maybe an Arsenal get battered everywhere they go would be nice.
Well, my score prediction is 4-1 to Tottenham. I'm predicting two goals from Harry Kane, 1 goal from Heung-min Son, and a goal from Bentancur. I'd like to see a goal from Bentancur today. And then, come on, you Spurs!
Absolutely love
Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go.
Big up, Dan. Big up, my man. Absolutely love it. Dan, go and enjoy the game, brother. And just kick back, relax, and hopefully Spurs can get the win. But guys, we've got one last guest for the afternoon. Let's get him on. His name, he comes by the name of Ty. And don't worry, it's not Ty from AFTV who's ringing in going ballistic about Arsenal. It is our own very own version. Let's get him on. Let's get him on. Big up, Tottenham Ty. How you keeping, brother? You keeping well?
Good. How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, my man. I can hear you now. You keeping well, brother?
Okay. Perfect. You been all right?
Oh, man, look, I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, look, I stayed up late last night to play Ultimate Team because Ben from the host on WeAreTottenhamTV, he's got me into it. But, I woke up today and United have lost to Everton and Arsenal are being battered with Brighton. I mean, life can't get any better. Surely not, my man.
It's crazy. Yeah, as soon as I woke up, I typed in on YouTube, just the Premier League highlights, and I watched the highlights from Everton and Man United. I'm like, how are they so bad? Like, what? And then I look on yeah, then I just barely looked on Peacock TV and just saw that Brighton's beating Arsenal 2-0. I'm like, this is the greatest day ever.
2-1 now. It's 2-1. Martin Odegaard has scored.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Don't worry.
4 minutes to go. Look, even if
they're not pulling it off.
Drop points. That's all we need.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm excited. This is crazy. So yeah, we get the win today. I mean, we should be good.
I really do hope so. I mean, it's a massive turnaround from where we were after the United game. You know, we're not getting top four, this, that, and the other. And now we're sitting here in pole position. It feels like it's our destiny, my man. But look, first of all, you know, what do you make of the lineup? No changes whatsoever. Reguilon and Sessegnon both on the bench, but 30 starts at left wing back. You happy with no changes?
I would prefer to not have Doherty at left back, but I mean,
yeah,
it's all right. It's fine. Those guys have both been injured, especially Sessegnon. I'm worried he's going to get injured every time he plays. I almost want him to just stay out for like another week, just to make sure he doesn't just to make sure he doesn't tweak anything in his hamstring, because I've dealt with those issues a lot, and it really messes with your confidence, and it's not fun to deal with the hamstring. So yeah, I just want him to hopefully get fully recovered, because the more rest you get, the less likely you're going to tweak it. So
yeah. And you know what, my man, look, you know, Matt Doherty has covered that left wing back now, and I don't have the fear going into this game that I did with him at left wing back last week, which is a good, it's a plus, and it's a credit to Matt Doherty. So it is. I just don't have that fear this week, which is good. We now know that he can do a job. We've seen it, and look, we're going to need him for a whole 90 minutes as well. So hopefully he can do that job. But what are your thoughts heading into today's game? You're nervous, you're confident, and do you think we will get the win today?
Yeah, I'm really confident, honestly. Like the way that we've been playing, I think last time I even talked to you on here, I was in Austin, Texas, and it was like a month and a half ago, and we were in a bad spot. So yeah, ever since then we've just been absolutely. It's been a 180-degree turn. You know, like we're a completely different team now. So I mean, I'm really confident. I have no reason to not be confident now. I mean, I guess, yeah, there's no reason. We've been absolutely killing everyone. I mean, it's been incredible. So, and I think Villa, especially, they're not in very good form either. So it's one of those, which, I mean, you could say that could be scary because they haven't been in good form. They're playing at home and they need to bounce back. So you could say it could be kind of a trap game, but I mean, I think we'll be all right. Just as far as quality goes, I mean, we have too many good players.
Yeah, I think we have more than enough to be able to kind of break down a team that's hit like a bit lower against us. I think we're in absolutely superb form right now. I think the confidence, more importantly, is flowing through Kane, Son.
Arsenal lose.
Yes, come on, it's over, is it? Final whistle?
Yeah.
Everybody get out the buckets. Get out the dishcloths. Let's soak up some of these Arsenal tears, store it in the fridge, and have it on ice later. Once we beat Aston Villa, that's what it's all about.
You know. Sometimes I'm more excited to watch the AFTV highlights than actual game highlights. Sometimes I love watching that stuff. Just
you know they're going to be crying. You know they're going to be crying.
So happy.
And they still have Chelsea to play, who thumped Southampton today. I think they still have either Liverpool or United to go to as well. So look, top four is over for them. It would actually be nice to put them in the Europa Conference League, because then all the slagging they gave us last year, you know, we can just sit there and that was without them having any European football, by the way.
Yeah.
Now we can sit in the Champions League spot and slag them for being in, and we can literally slag them for being in a poor man's version of the European Cup. So absolutely buzzing. I mean, look, realistically, they should learn to kind of close their mouths when it comes to us, realistically, because they run their mouths and then we're just like, okay, we'll go and get top four and we'll put you in the Europa Conference League. Now shut up and sit there and be good little boys. I'm absolutely buzzing, absolutely loving it. But Ty, who is going to finish Tottenham's top goal scorer this season in the Premier League? Is it going to be Son? Is it going to be Kane? Only 2 goals separate them.
So I don't know. So who's ahead right now?
Son is ahead with 14 and Kane's on 12.
Okay. I could see Harry Kane getting like couple hat tricks or something. So I would still choose Kane, but I wouldn't put it past Son to still finish above him. But yeah, I think Harry will just have some crazy games and just rack them up.
Yeah, I really do hope so. I really do hope so. Look, one area I probably haven't touched on in the pre-match pump-up is our midfield. I mean, how good has that been since Bentancur has come in? And has Bentancur completely changed the way we play? Because under Conte, right, we couldn't get out of our own half. Kane, Son, and Kulu were dropping very, very deep and trying to make things happen, and they couldn't do it because there was too much pitch ahead of them to be able to get into the effective areas. And then with Winks in midfield, we were passing sideways or back rather than the first pass going forward, which Bentancur does. And it means we can get the ball to Kane, Son, and Kulu. It can stay higher up the pitch. I mean, and you look at the possession stats over the last while, we're starting to dominate possession as well, which is absolutely key to how the performances we're putting in. Would you agree or would you disagree?
No, I would definitely agree. It's been Bentancur, so I think it's two things, because Bentancur and Kulusevski have both been starting, and I think Bentancur, his progression right through the lines, because before it seemed like our center backs would just pass it around, they'd go up the side to the wing back and then just right back around, and there's just no progression through the center. And it's one of those things where it's through the lines. If you're so wide and you have the other team stretched, you should be able to have Kane, Son, Mora at the time. You should have been able to find them through the channels. I mean, there should have been space. So yeah, now with Bentancur actually progressing it through the space and Kulusevski being so good at holding the ball up, so good, and Harry Kane's so good at it as well. I mean, it just seems like we're playing it through the middle just at will, essentially. So it's really good to see. So yeah, I would definitely give Bentancur a lot of credit, but definitely I would also give Kulusevski credit for being another target man, essentially.
100%.
I mean, it's just so easy. Just play the ball to him. He's not going to lose it. I mean, So yeah, I just feel like we have so much more stability, and the ball's just kind of sticking to our feet collectively a lot more now. There's not as much just dumb pass.
Before we didn't have a midfield, there was so much disconnect. There was no disconnect between the back line and the forward line. We didn't have a midfield, and since this guy has come in, he's linked it all together. He's been absolutely crucial. But look, Ty, I'm being told, David, shut your Irish accent up. We need to get on and get with this watch along, my man. So look, Tottenham, Ty, what is your score prediction? And give me a big come on, you Spurs.
I'd say 3-1 Spurs. Here, wait, I'm gonna do. Just sit.
Let all the passion out. Let it out. The year of anger. Let it out, my man.
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Ty, you've been an absolute gentleman. Really did enjoy the phone call. You sit back, get the beers out, my man, and really
I
enjoy
already got
this
them.
game.
Got the Modelo's. I got the Cerveza out. We're good.
Oh, nice. Well, look, my man, you go and enjoy the game, and hopefully you come back on the post-match fan show, slightly bit tipsy after the beers and enjoying the victory.
All right, Dave. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Same to you, my man. Come on, you Spurs. Guys, there you have it. Absolutely brilliant from Ty. Good conversation. Show him the love he deserves in the comments. But that's it. Look, another pre-match pump-up over and done with. And my God, it's been an enjoyable one today. United losing 1-0 to Everton. Arsenal losing 2-1 to Brighton at home. Absolutely brilliant. Top four is in our hands. Now it's over to you, Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go and get the result. Let's go and do it. It's our destiny. And just to get everybody slightly pumped up for the game heading into it. Look, you usually get this atmosphere in the ground. You don't get it at home. And people that are worldwide not lucky enough to go to the ground, I'm going to bring it to you. We sang it in France, and we sang it in Spain. We sang in the sun, and we sang in the rain. They tried to stop us, but all it did, the thing I love most is being a Yid. Come on, let's get after them. Come on, you Spurs. In Conte we trust. I've been the Irish Hotspur. If you like what I do here, get over to the channel, smash the subscribe button. If not, adios. Thank you very much, and we'll see you back here next week. Come on, you Spurs.